I'm Antrastya Luna, and for those of you who are new to this channel, let me introduce myself. I'm Antrastya Luna. On this channel, I do tarot picker cards, I talk about spirituality, and I talk about self development because my idea of spirituality entails everything that we do in this life. That is, from the food that we eat to the time we sleep at to the first thing that we do in the morning and how we live basically. It is all connected to spirituality. So, a little disclaimer that yes, I am psychic and I have my intuition on point. But since these pick a card readings are general in nature, there might be certain things that do not resonate with you when you choose a pile. So take what resonates and let everything else go. Okay? Because I'm really tapping into every pile, and every pile comes with its own sets of energies. Everybody who would be tuning into this video and listening to this, okay? Also, a tip on how to choose the pile. You have to ground yourself and then listen to your intuition and choose the pile. So you can choose as many piles as you want, but I think this particular video is going to be very detailed, and there's a new deck that I'm using called the Isis Oracle deck, and it is so powerful. I'm still finding my way around it. I haven't completely gone in depth, but when the messages come through, oh my god. This is a deck by Alana Fairchild, and I just want to show this to you because this is the crux of the reading here. Okay, and if you look at this, it's a beautiful deck, and even more beautiful is the guidebook. So I would be reading from the guidebook when the cards pop up. Of course, I'll also be intuitively tuning in to what messages I'm getting at the moment. Okay, so having said all of that, before you choose a pile, please ground yourself and listen to your intuition. Otherwise, pick a cards don't work. Okay, so having said all of that, let us begin with. So here you can choose from pile 1 to pile 5. So go ahead and choose. Pause the video if you'd like to choose, and then all the timestamps are there in the description box, and just go right into your pile. Okay, so the topic for today's video is, what is your inner high priestess trying to convey or is trying to communicate and tell you? Okay, so these are basically messages from your inner high priestess, because we might feel very helpless or weak from time to time, but the truth of the matter is that we are all divinity living in a human body, having this experience of a human life, gathering knowledge, learning lessons, and just developing our spiritual self. So let me talk about the high priestess. What do we mean by the high priestess? I've already shuffled the cards, but I'm just going to see if the high priestess card is still there in the pile, because I've already shuffled and all, so none of the piles got high priestess. Okay, but this is the high priestess. Okay, so okay, let us see. Focus camera. Okay, so you can see there's this woman who is sitting with her crystal ball there, and there's a cat playing with the runes, and there's a tarot spread right there. Okay, so a point that I need you to look into is that there's a black candle and there's a white candle. So of course this is an interpretation from the Rider Waite deck. But if I have to explain this card to you, it is about somebody who is in touch with their divine feminine, with their intuition, basically who are in touch with themselves. Okay, now having said that, I have to of course tell you more about this. So whenever High Priestess comes in your reading in any way of, it is a card that asks you to get in touch with your intuition. It is a card which asks you to go inside and gain knowledge and wisdom within yourself. So High Priestess is an archetype which is between the physical reality and the spirit reality. Okay, spiritual reality, spiritual realm. Okay, she is basically the guardian of the subconscious mind. So I don't know how many of you are into this, but those of you who have a little knowledge about tarot, we know that the major arcana is the journey of the fool, the zero card. From the fool, it's the journey to a completion. So the High Priestess card is numbered at 2. Yeah, she is the divine counterpart of the magician, of course, but that's not important right now. The point is, a balanced individual will have both masculine and feminine energies. So I know any man watching this video might be like, why should I watch this video? It's about the High Priestess and I'm a man. But it's not like that, because a balanced individual is somebody who has both his or her or their masculine and feminine energies in balance. Okay, and this is where it gets more tricky, because the embodiment whom we call the divine feminine, like Isis is a goddess who embodies that. Durga is a goddess that embodies that. Which other goddess? Many goddesses. I'm just not listening. This other goddesses' names are not coming to my mind right now. But yeah, so she is the divine feminine because she has mastered both the energies, the masculine and the feminine. So, but this card signifies divine feminine. It is when you know that you have to feel rather than thinking. It always has to be a balance between thinking and feeling. Okay, it's always about using your in a balanced situation, using your logic, rationale, and also your intuition. So any person who just deals with one is not balanced. So you can have all the intuition in the world, but if you do not understand the rationale and logicality about things, it will be a little hard to survive in the world, and vice versa, because we can see how so many people are just like, oh, you just need to think, you don't need to feel, just block the heart. That's really content for another video where I talk about what happens when you really block your heart chakra and all of that. That's also from this other book, The Law of One, which is channeled by, I've forgotten the name, but it's a channeling by Ra. Okay, having said all of that, High Priestess is someone who guards the subconscious mind. So when you understand that all knowledge, all wisdom that you're seeking is already within you, you just need to silence your mind and get in touch with it. So when this card pops up, you literally should meditate and get in touch with your intuition, because your intuition is your inner voice, and your inner voice is never ever going to lie to you. Okay, so now ask yourself, if I was embodying this archetype, somebody who is in touch with her intuition and who has discernment, because like I said, the black and the white candle, High Priestess, also signifies duality, the masculine and the feminine, the dark and the light. So are you somebody who has mastered these qualities, who have understood duality in its sake? Okay, so having said all of that, and you knowing what the high priestess embodies, let's get on to the reading. Okay, so pile 1, let's begin with your tarot cards. I see movement, swift movement, some kind of an air travel. I know many people are still going through it, many people are still doing it. Okay, so this is your first card, the Eight of Wands. Okay, and the Eight of Wands talks about, like I said, fast paced movement, sudden changes, and things just falling into place out of nowhere. Okay, but then you have the Devil card. Now this is hinting at the fact that you have addictions that you need to overcome, A, and 2, you are the only one holding yourself back. There's nobody else who's coming to sabotage you, it's you. The third card is the Sun card. So right now your inner high priestess is telling you that suddenly things are going to start working out, but when things start working out, you will also be faced with a lot of challenges in terms of addictions, in terms of things you know you should not do. Many shortcuts are also going to appear, but ultimately the choice would be yours whether or not you want to see this through. Do you want to take the shortcut? Do you want to take the devil's way out? Do you want to keep circulating yourself in that addiction? Do you want to actually break free? These questions are going to come up because you would be battling with no one else but yourself. Okay, but once you do whatever path that you choose, which is showing that you are actually not going to take the shortcut out, you are actually going to battle these addictions, these self-limiting belief patterns, after that you get utmost happiness. Okay, so that is it. That addiction and this attachment to things happening very fast, or really being desperate that I want certain things to really just work out. You attaching yourself to any outcome is by default messing with the outcome's energy, because these things, whatever is going to happen, will happen, might have happened, already exists in the quantum field. So you are still the master of your reality. And we might feel from time to time, like I said, that we are not powerful enough, or we don't feel we can do it. Okay, we doubt ourselves. All these things are again pointing towards the Devil card. Okay, and once you do deal with these things, I see a partnership coming up. A partnership in terms of work or in terms of a relationship, because you got the Two of Cups. You got the Two of Cups. And these partnerships are really long lasting. Okay, so yes, I see. And the recurrent theme of pile 1 is about your will, your spirituality, and your emotions. These are the two things that you need to focus on. Your high priestess is trying to talk to you via those two things. Okay. Okay. The next oracle card you got was Dove. Take a leap of faith. So I feel it ties back to the point of addictions and battling with yourself. Now when we battle with ourselves, it's not for a short time. Okay, because the battles with others can go on and end, but the battle with yourself doesn't end. It does not, till you take the decision and you set your mind of taking a new step, of taking that first step amongst the 12 steps for people who are battling with addictions. I know, because I have also been in some kind of addiction and I have broken that, and I know how difficult it gets. Having said that, I also feel you need better role models, because you got the next card of Legends. Learn from those who inspire you. Either you have a shortage of role models in your current life, but that can be changed. Just go and Google in any field that you are and just go through it. Okay? Then the next card that you got was the Temple of Lapis Lazuli. And I'm going to read these two cards from the book because the meaning is just so much more better. But let me tell you certain things about Lapis Lazuli, the stone. Lapis Lazuli, the stone, is connected to your third eye chakra and your throat chakra. And this is also the card for intuition and wisdom, okay? So your inner high priestess actually demands only one thing from you, which is trust. Trust in the messages that you will receive when you quieten yourself and find your way. And you are also being initiated into the sacred temple of spirituality, where only the initiate can enter. And this is also something very symptomatic of the high priestess, in the sense that high priestess is the one, like, remember I told you, discernment. She has the discernment, and that's why she is the one who decides who can cross over, because it's not easy once you are in and out of these two realms, okay? It's not easy, and given the way we are programmed and built up in this world, it is very obvious for anybody to feel, what the hell is going on with me? It is very obvious for anyone to feel that, okay, this is not how I expected things to be. These things that are happening to me, are they even real? So you have to get rid of these doubts before you can be initiated into it. But I do feel like a call, like a big call from within yourself, that come in, listen to the voice inside. We have messages for you. We can make your life better. You don't need to keep suffering in these cycles. You can break free. Okay, having said all of that, now let us go and read. And you might, and I'm actually just going to also hold up the book for you so that you can see it, because if you want, you can also screenshot it and use it and just listen to it. Okay, also perhaps carry a lapis lazuli to increase your intuition. You can find many sellers from Jaipur if you're in India. So yeah, and pretty soon I have some Etsy store surprises coming as well, so stay tuned. Okay, and I'm gonna read this out for you. Temple of Lapis Lazuli, goddess of the ancient skies. Your soul is very ancient, Pile 1, and does not only herald from earth, it holds much special wisdom of star peoples from civilizations far and near, with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a civilization based in fear to a love based culture. You are guided to come into deeper acceptance of your inner knowing. So, Pile 1, my star seeds. Okay. Now, people who don't know who are star seeds, it's basically, star seeds is the concept that your soul did not ever incarnate on earth before, and that's why you feel that the earth plane is so horrendously stupid, because the way of people around you, you can't seem to figure out, like you can't seem to figure out why people need to be so nasty or bad to each other. You cannot figure like why do people do these things. And let me tell you, this is also something that I resonate with, because for the longest time, and I've spent 26 years on this plane, but I still don't understand why people do the things they do. And if you have inherently felt from a very long time that you don't fit in, there are high chances that you are a star seed. Like if you go with the physical definition of it, we're all made up of stars, so that way we're all star seeds. But yeah, some souls have never incarnated on earth, but right now they are incarnating because right now the earth is going through a huge shift, and there are volunteers. So there are 3 waves of volunteers. This also goes back to Dolores Cannon's 3 waves of volunteers, where she explains that the indigo child, the crystal child, the rainbow child, these are all waves of volunteers who are coming to help Gaia increase the frequency when we actually shift from a world of fear, where we act out of fear, to a world where we only act out of love. So we are in between these worlds and we are transitioning. So your high priestess is saying that you also have a part to play in this. And yeah, chakras that you need to work with, 4 chakras I feel are out of balance for you. This is your 3rd eye chakra, because you're not trusting yourself enough. Your throat chakra, you don't speak enough about it. Your root and your sacral. So root has to do everything with your stability, your security and all of that, and sacral chakra is about creativity, about knowing yourself, about taking care of your body. It's about creativity, it's about just finally knowing and accepting that you are, like you feel, okay. That was not a very great explanation. If you feel, you can definitely go and check it out on other channels, because there are people who have explained the chakra system very beautifully, and go to Spirit Science if possible, because they've dealt with this topic very, very nicely, okay. The next one is that the next card that we got was the Temple of Carnelian. You have such strength within you. It is time to trust in your boldness again. This is what sacral chakra is for, okay. Taking risks that feel true to your heart, and engaging in practices that make you feel truly genuine and alive, embodied, and more of yourself, even if not always comfortable, are going to help you live the life that you were born to live. So my dear Pile 1, that was your reading. So to sum up, I have to tell you, do not try to take shortcuts all the time. Try listening to yourself. Not try, like listen to yourself. Start trusting your intuition. Now the first time you start doing it, it's not going to be like, okay, is this really, is it really there? It's like an exercise, it's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the better it gets, okay. Beware of addictions, try to break out of it, seek steps in regards to how you can do that, because the next part is very beautiful. You have the Sun card and 2 of Cups, so yeah, go ahead and take the leap of faith, because your inner high priestess is there to catch you. Okay, Pile 1, that was your reading. If you liked the reading, please share and subscribe and hit the like button, and please comment. I really want you to comment if this resonated with you. Also, if you want a private reading, all the information is down in your description box, okay. See you, bye bye. Pile number 2. Let's get on with your reading. Okay. Pile number 2. Let's start with your tarot. Okay. Nine of Swords. Queen of Swords. Okay. And the Two of Wands. Okay. I feel your energy right now is that you feel betrayed, you feel extremely anxious, and all whatever you are feeling and going through, it's a very mental thing. Your mind is in shackles right now, basically. Okay. And a huge message that I'm getting is that you need to get your mental health in check in order for you to finally believe the inner high priestess messages that are coming from your intuition, in the sense, in order for you to believe that you have an intuition that works very well, you really have to get rid of these anxiety, these anxious thoughts, this hopelessness, because more than ever right now our mind is in a very fragile and vulnerable state, and keeping our mental health in check is going to be one of the most crucial things that you can do. Okay. And then the second thing, and how you're going to do it, is by getting clarity. It's by achieving utmost crystal clear clarity. And you're somebody who's very just. So suddenly I get the message that this condition that you are in is probably because you have been suffering injustice at the hands of somebody you really looked up to, somebody you really loved. Okay. And trying to cut these cords with this particular person has been hard till now. But what's happening is, since you want to hold on to this, you are not changing your belief systems or thinking patterns, and the more you keep doing it and doing it, your brain is going to accept it, because at the end of the day your brain is really just a slave to you, and if you don't control it, your brain's going to control you. Okay. And the way you get it is by getting clarity. It's by completely knowing that this is this and that is that. Also, I feel once you do this and once you start getting clarity, you will have a lot of decisions to make, you'll have choices to make. Though these are choices that you're not going to act on right away, but you're going to think about it, and it's a difficult time. But I would suggest that take the choice which really ignites your soul, because the first two cards are of course swords, Nine of Swords and Queen of Swords, but the last card that you got is Two of Wands. So Wands is spiritual energy, it is your will, it's your spirit talking to you. So that. And you know what, I of course I opened the cards, but I did not see all the cards. Like, I was like, I'll just do the tarot first and then I'll come to the oracle. But look what came in the tarot. Sorry, look what came in the oracle. Owl, follow your intuition. And this also is telling me that you are somebody who's very, very, very wise and intelligent. It's like you've been made a fool of. It's like you've been dumbed down. Okay? Follow your intuition and guess what the next card is. Confrontation. Choose the battles. Pick your battles very wisely. So whichever situation you are in, it might not be a lover situation all the time, it also can have an authority figure or one of your parents, your father most likely. It can also be mother. So different people, different messages. But authority figure and father is what is coming through very much, or it's a lover. Yeah. So pile 2, I feel right now you're very scattered and you need to gather yourself. You need to gather yourself and find crystal clear clarity, because without that you would not know which place, which direction to take. And do not, please do not follow what somebody else suggests and tells you to do. It's the worst thing you can do for yourself, okay? And right now, the kind of situation we are in with the pandemic, with the semi lockdown, with everything in between, I'd really ask you to only do things which are in alignment with yourself, which are true with your heart, okay? Okay, I'm gonna read this. You got the spirit of Isis, triumph of the goddess. So beautiful these cards are. Yeah. Spirit of Isis. I'm such a nerd that I actually have underlined things in this book, because whenever I read, whenever I do a card pull for myself, and I'm like, oh my god, I really need to underline this, otherwise I'll forget, so on and so forth. Okay, now that we are here, beloved, initiate. There are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. So the choice that I was talking about also might be related to this. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Believe. Okay, get clarity and things will fall into place. And I'm gonna let you take a picture of this if you want. Okay, I don't know how clear it is, but yeah. The next card that you got is called Portal of Light. She glides on wings through time and space. It is only in this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are being conscious on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space, and to allow your sense of self to expand. It is safe for you to do now. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual growth. You are not leaving your earthly awareness. Instead, you are adding to it. My pile twos, you just really need to have crystal clear clarity, and don't think that you can deal with it later on, because right now we're in 2020. 2020 is about perfect vision, it's about clear sight. Don't let this year go by without developing you, or by just don't even let go of the suffering that comes, because with that suffering comes a huge lesson. Okay, you're being asked to fiercely believe and trust. You are already somebody who has somehow has had spiritual inclinations, okay? But right now you need to get crystal clear clarity, okay? That's it for you, pile 2. If you like the reading, if anything resonated with you, please hit the like button, and please comment and subscribe and hit the bell icon, because I'm learning my way around promoting myself. And please share this with anybody who you think might benefit from this. And if you'd like a private reading, my number, my email address everything is there. Just go, come hit me up, send me an email, and we can chalk out a time. Okay, so I'll move on to pile 3. Pile number 3, let us see what's up with your tarot. Okay, the first card, we got the World card. So some cycle is completing. We also have Knight of Cups. So maybe somebody is coming towards you with a love offer, and the person who's coming, he's very balanced emotionally. He's a gem. He's somebody who is in touch with his emotions, but at the same time is very generous and loving. He's not one of those, if you are into men, whoever's watching this, he's not somebody you would call like a typical man. Look at him. Look at how nicely he's sitting on this island by himself. Yes, that's actually the message that I'm getting, that there might be somebody around you right now who's somehow, your intuition is going to get better when this person comes along in your life. Yeah, you might be somebody who's very resistant to love at this moment, and you would be like, oh, am I going to do this? Oh, is it worth it? Okay. Or you are somebody who might not just want to be in a relationship, but I'm getting 2 very distinct sets of messages. Okay, so I'm gonna start with one. On one hand, there's a cycle completing for you, and you will be beginning a whole new cycle with this person, and this person is going to bring in a lot of spiritual development in your life. Okay, and this also is telling me that you are somebody who's into something related to social media. So this can also mean that you are gaining popularity, and when you gain that popularity, you will find this person. So there are mixed messages around and about. All right, and then you have go with the flow card. Don't resist this person when they come in, and you will know, because this person is going to stand out. This person is not going to be this typical man type. You will know it. I don't have to say it too much. Okay, yeah. And not only the fact that you have to go with the flow, this person is going to change your life a lot, because you also got the creative wonderment. So maybe whatever cycle is ending for you, you are supposed to begin a new cycle by doing something just creative, and you might be very scared to take that leap of faith and do it. So yeah, there are lots of things involved in this. Okay, but I see love, I see public recognition, and I also see future travel. Okay, yeah, when things are in a better place. I'm so excited for you. Okay, the next, this person holds the key, but you will also not be able to recognize this person if you don't get in touch with yourself, because you will know this person once you know yourself. It's like, since this cycle is ending, you are also being pushed in a way to finally figure out who you are. And right now your definitions are in flux, your definitions are changing, so you are changing. So it's a beautiful pile. Okay, you also got the Lunar Queen, she of the celestial crescent. So this I will of course read from the book, but then the first thing that I feel is that you are somebody who is in sync with the moon cycles. You should do the upcoming there's a new moon on 18th 19th August. You should definitely do that, because new moon is all about setting intentions, and just light a candle, write the things that you want in your life in the present tense, and then burn it and ask for the blessing from the universe, because you're gonna get many you would be able to see the change. So don't worry about that, okay? And the next one we got the brother in darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine powers. So I want you to look into what the divine feminine actually entails. What is it? You have to learn. Sorry, you don't have to learn. You have to accept. You have to accept that you are nurturing, caring, and loving, and that these qualities are not weakness in any way. You have to understand that you can go with the flow. You can be like the water. You can be like the moon. The moon is not at its utmost power when it's waning or waxing, when it's full. Okay, some people say full moons are more potent, but I feel that new moons are equally potent. So there is no difference that you can make out of that. You need to understand the flow of life. I think that is the biggest message that I'm getting from your inner high priestess, because till you don't understand that life is like water, you are okay, of course. Hi, why didn't I see this before? So the world card, the ruling planet for the world card is Saturn. Saturn is all about what? It's about rigidities. It's about structures. And I'm not saying that you have to break all of them. No. But understanding that this kind of a foundation structure does not come without learning to go with the flow. Of course, we have to be focused in certain areas, and everything is understood. But especially in creative endeavors, you have to understand that this creative flow is of utmost importance. And what is this creative flow? It is when you get in touch with your inner self. It's when you are doing anything creative, you're actually channeling. When you're painting, you're channeling. When you're singing, you're channeling. That feel good thing that comes, it's your soul dancing out of joy. It's when you know that you are in alignment, because following your highest excitement is how you get into alignment. Why? Because it raises our frequency, it raises our vibrations, consciousness, because you are in that moment creating something. You're in that moment, you're doing something that you might know, but there is something which is pulling you, in the sense there's something else, there's some energy which is actually making you do something. That's why when we are like, these creative states are also sometimes very meditative in nature. So yeah, you have to think about those things as well. Okay, now I'm going to read from the book. Yeah, the brother in, first we got the lunar queen. Yeah, where is it? Where did, right, I got it. I got it. Okay. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The brother in darkness indicates that there is negative energy either within you or outside of you, but directed towards you, that is providing you with a spiritual test. Beloved initiate, you shall overcome this energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is nothing to be afraid of. Such a beautiful understanding. What you are going through is very difficult right now, but yeah, but this is a test, and I'm sure you'll pass it, but you need to go with the flow. You cannot hold on to things. And since the cycle is ending, so the World card is the last card in the major arcana, and then again the Fool starts. So it's like a cycle. For example, you're a kid, it starts from 0, it ends at 21, but when everything is cyclic in nature, so once that comes, then again you begin the next level of consciousness. So right now where you are already being initiated to the next level. So to get to this next level fully, you need to pass this test, this thing that you're going through, because you're not very happy with the cycle ending, but you know the cycle is ending. Okay, now I'm going to read the lunar one. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. What did I say? Cycles, the moon, the creativity. Oh, I just love how my readings just fall into place. Okay, pile 3. This is the reading that I have for you. Okay. So, if I have to recap it, the messages that your inner priest is telling you is, you have to let the cycle end. You have to learn that your journey is beginning again from 0, and there's nothing bad and wrong with it, because this cycle is taking you to another level of consciousness, and once you go there, you again have to start from 0, because, well, that's how it is, right? So there's this flow of cycle, like when sometimes you're very powerful and then sometimes you're not. So there's the new moon, and then the moon starts gaining more power till it's full, and once we've reached full moon, then again it comes down, it wanes. Okay, and that's when a lot of witches also feel that they are that their energy is coming down, especially women who are very, very in sync with the cycle, especially women who bleed on the full moons and new moons. Okay, and yeah, whatever negativity is around you can overpower it by definitely accepting the feminine traits, which is about going with the flow. Again, go to Spirit Science. I think it was their first or second video about masculine and about masculine energies and feminine energies. Maybe I will link it down, because that is something that you should definitely know. Okay, so if you like the reading, if it resonated with you, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos, and I have a lot of videos that I've made as well. You can go check them out. I've made playlists. And then I would also say that there's nothing wrong with starting a new cycle where you might not know anything, but what's important is that the new cycle needs to be a reflection of who you are from within. You can't compromise on that. That's it. Okay, that's it for you, pile 3. Now we will move on to pile number 4. Pile number 4, let's see what is up with you. Okay. You have a lot of stability financially, or you have a lot of abundance coming in. and money not in the form of money, but also in terms of something which is money can come and go. It's a cyclic thing, it happens every time. But more than that, I feel this is about properties, investments, inheritance of some kind. Okay, that. But I also see two things. The thing is, you have a mental blockage right now. You think you cannot do something, but it's just there, it's in your mind, it's not true, it's not real. You can look at this woman. Like, if you want, she can easily open her arms and move away, but she does not have the confidence to do it. She is mentally trapped there. And the second thing is that things around you are transforming, because you got the major arcana, you got the death card. You are transforming, things around you are transforming, and this transformation is also something that's not sitting well with you. You are not fully accepting of this energy yet, and you think that this is going to limit you. But the biggest message from the High Priestess that I can get from the tarot is that you are being foolish towards yourself by not letting this transformation occur completely. Yeah, basically you need to let this transformation happen because it's happening for the good. Let's see your oracle. New friendships are on the horizon, and you have to face your fears. Yes, transforming does mean facing your fears, because without facing our fears, we wouldn't know that those fears are only false evidence appearing real, and that the mental enslavement or the mental trap that you think you're in is completely made by yourself or by the society or because you listen to somebody else. This is completely in your control. It's up to you how you do it, how you are planning to completely let it go, how you are supposed to just let nature take its course. Okay. Oh my god, you have big blessings from your High Priestess. Oh god, look how beautiful this is. The card you got is the Lady of the Stars, High Priestess of Sirius. Can you just look at her? You just look at this goddess. So confident. Of course, she's the priestess of Sirius. And the next thing you got was Divine Sun Child, Blessings of the Sun Falcon. A lot of Ra symbology somehow. Yeah. You can't keep your eyes. Can you keep your eyes off this? I can't. It's like it pulls you in. There's some kind of hypnotism involved in this artwork. But yes, okay, I'm gonna read it from the book. If not anything, I feel you have a lot of support from the spirit realm. You have a lot of support from the spirit realm, but you think you don't, and that's a fear. You are fearing being alone. So yes, this is a little work just to find the cards. Okay, facing your fears that will make you release their apparent power hold on you, but nobody actually has power over you except you. You just think that other people do because they've made you feel that way. Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom. at an extremely high vibration. It brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment of all other oracles in the deck. She tells you to pay attention because excuse me. She tells you to pay attention because something significant is taking place. Wow. What's up? So quickly drink water. Yeah. You have a lot of support, pile 4. Okay, and the next card that I'm going to read out is Divine Sun Child. Okay. Blessings of the Sun Falcon, the Divine Sun Child, Horus, son of Isis and Orisis, flow to you now, beloved initiate. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. Blessings of the Sun Falcon herald you the time when your divine legacy is being born. It is your time to burn bright. Wow. So this transformation that is taking place with you, and the thing that you're avoiding it, you are avoiding it because you have issues with being seen. You don't want to get out your light because you're uncomfortable. You are trying to get away from the growing pains. And this actually also ties in what Ra had said at one point. Sorry, not Ra, sorry. It was Thoth who said this, that we human beings are a flame in the wheel of the night. We all need to just take off the darkness and we're gonna burn so bright. Now, what is this darkness? It is your shadow qualities. It is something, it is the voice which keeps telling you all the negative things. It is the voice which tells you that you won't be good, let's not do it. Oh, you're gonna embarrass yourself, let's not do it. It's that voice. You just need to pull the wheel up and then you're gonna illuminate the entire world. And I know it gets very difficult from time to time, but it's okay. Just do what you love, and when you do what you love, there would be people who would see that. Okay, so yes, that's it for you, pile 4. A brilliant reading. You have so much support from the spirit realm. I cannot even begin to tell this to you, but yeah, don't be afraid, guys. Just don't be afraid. Okay, if you like this reading, if you resonated, please hit the like button and subscribe and hit the bell icon. Also, please comment if you liked my reading, or you have to tell me something, or you want to tell me anything about this video or anything else. Also, please share it with anybody you think might benefit from this. If you would like a private reading, the description down below has it all, so you can just go and send me an email and we can chalk out a time. Thank you so much. Last but not the least, my pile 5s. There's something I need to tell you. When today I meditated and I was asking the universe, this is the topic of the video that I want to do today. So generally I basically have 3 piles, sometimes 4, sometimes 6, but generally it's around 3 to 4. But when I was meditating, I saw 5 piles and I saw the 5th pile being highlighted for me. I was like, okay, what message do you have for me in the 5th pile, which I have not even shuffled yet? So yeah, for those of you who've chosen pile 5, your reader also has chosen pile 5. Let us see what's happening with us and how our inner priestess wants to get in touch with us, okay? First, oh no, this was the last card. Okay. Just hate it when tarot just hits you and the tarot tells you the things that you have to know. Okay. So, the first thing that we got was 10 of Wands. That means you are taking more, you're biting off more than you can chew, and also that you have a lot of responsibilities and you're like, okay, my responsibilities are gonna end, I just need to walk 10 more steps with such heavy load and it's gonna be okay. But that's what you're feeling right now. But this is also an indication that a cycle is ending. 10s are cycles ending, and hence there is a new beginning. The next card, you got 10 of Swords, which is the card of ultimate depression, anxiety, of being betrayed, of somebody betraying you. And don't we feel that sting from time to time? We do, right? Yes. So yeah, okay, but then you get the King of Wands. So once this cycle ends, this cycle of too many responsibilities, too much anxiety, once you completely understand what's happening and you let it go, then you would start planning for something new. But when you start planning something new, you would, for example, let's just take the scenario of work and job and how we'll earn. Okay, that time when you start planning, you might want to go according to the mainstream 3D way of earning things by selling your labor and doing whatever thing you possibly can. If you're somebody who thinks that way, something's gonna hit you in the face, because there are sudden changes coming in your foundation which is actually going to shake the entire foundation, and you would be left thinking, oh my god, what decision did I take? Because, and don't get scared as I'm saying this, because remember, this is also my pile. What's happening is the Tower moment comes when you know things are out of alignment, the foundations are very shaky, and remember, 5 planets are in retrograde and Chiron is in retrograde. So Uranus went retrograde just a day back, so Pluto is in retrograde, Saturn is in retrograde, Jupiter is in retrograde. So all these things are going to affect you, because something that no longer resonates with you, something which you don't call to do, is not going to happen anymore. Those foundations are going to be shaken. Like, you can see the entire world is being shaken right now. Everything is changing very, very rapidly, and for the first time in my life, wherever I look at anyone and ask for any suggestion, everybody is equally clueless. So right now, the only advice you should listen to is of your inner self, okay? And this Tower thing is happening because you're trying to do something which is not in alignment with yourself. So let's see what your new beginnings. You got the new beginnings card, and you also had this Phoenix animal. So, little secret, I'm a Scorpio. Phoenix is actually one of the birds which is symbolic of being a Scorpio. So yeah. New beginnings. You're being asked to begin your new life, which is in alignment with yourself. You just need, actually, let me just get all the cards out. Gratitude. Be grateful for all you have. Thank you, God, for this channel, for the light, for my subscribers, for everybody who's watching this video, because this is my pile. I should not be so goofy on camera, or maybe I should, who knows. Okay, pile 5. I'm sorry, this is our reading, so I am going to be a goofball here. Okay, but again, I really gave you some bad news. But it's not really bad, it just might feel a little scary, but it's going to fall into place, because I have had too many tower moments in the past 2 years, and it's only brought me to this place where I really want to be. It only has brought me to a place where I only want to do things in alignment with myself. I really have a very strict code of ethics about how I do things, and no compromise is there. And the fun fact is, if 2 years ago or 1 year ago I would have been ready to compromise, but when these tower moments come into your life unannounced, unexpected, that is when you know some deep thing is happening, and something deep is changing in your life. Okay, gonna read it from the book now. The 2 cards that you got from the Isis Oracle deck is Ancient Power Mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. Okay. Look at the picture and see if you're getting any symbology coming out. Okay. Next, you got Divine Sisterhood. Community of the spiritual sisters, brothers of the light. This is why this is my pile. I get it. My intuition is on point. But yeah, this is my pile because for this. Community of spiritual sisters and brothers of the light. And pile 5, if you're interested, please go read the Law of One. It's something that is channeled, and the entity being channeled is Ra, who's a social memory complex. And if you're new to these terms, wait for a little while, because I'm starting a book series on this channel where I will be giving you summaries and discussing certain points which I feel are important from the book for everyone. Okay, so yeah, too many announcements, but right now I'm going to read this Ancient Power Mysteries. The rattle of Isis, the sistrum, is playing in the hand of the goddess now. Can you sense it with your inner hearing? Its vibration reaches through your crown chakra and enters your body, initiating you into a great ancient power mysteries of sound, creativity, and healing. This is a time when words and music will become increasingly important on your spiritual path and healing journey. Said what I said. New things are happening in your life, new beginnings are going to happen, something which you're not anticipating, but only because you haven't done the work yet. And I'm being very light-hearted in this pile, but trust me, this is like the worst reading in the sense of pain and suffering. And just look at my reaction. This is my pile. Okay. The reason why I'm smiling is because I'm not afraid of it anymore. I'm not afraid of having the ground beneath me shake, because I'm bloody grounded in myself, because I've been through these tower moments, this 10 of wands energy, this 10 of swords energy again and again and again. I cannot tell you, if ever I have enough subscribers and I can go live, guys, will you guys have a story time? Okay. And I'm telling you that it's going through these moments which feel like a catastrophe and apocalypse. By the way, apocalypse just means lifting the veil up. So the more you have them, everything that is not your own is going to fall down. And what do I mean by that? I mean by this is, whatever society has taught you, this is how you should earn, this is when you should get married, this is how many kids you should have, this is where you should work at, all of it's gonna go away. Poof! It's like your own matrix is breaking brick by brick. And again, I have a very cheery mood on, but this is a difficult reading. The energy is supposed to be very heavy, but because I have dived deep into this energy and I have come out alive, says a lot. And don't worry, your soul tribe is going to find you. You don't have to do these things alone. You might have to start a few steps by yourself, but reach out. There's a crazy online community, not just this channel. There are so many people doing this right now. We are all just really trying to help humanity rise to the next level of consciousness, where we act out of love, where we are love. Okay, so now I'm going to read the next card. Divine Sisterhood, community of spiritual sisters and brothers of the light. In community that is based in equality, respect, healthy boundaries and personal freedom, with a mutual desire for spiritual growth and honoring innate wisdom, great miracles occur. You are a part of this community of light. At one time it existed only in the spiritual worlds, yet now it is being born on earth. It is part of your destiny to help and create and nurture a conscious community that empowers all of its members and is based in truth. I think I know what I need to do. Okay, so after this crazy tower moment that you will have, after you plan a lot because so many things are ending in your life, once you realize who you are, once you come into alignment with yourself, everything will shift. And when it does, you will know. And a crazy message that I'm getting is, please invest in more friendships of this new kind, because the new person that you're becoming will not have a lot of friends. I'm spilling the tea today, guys. I knew this reading was going to be heavy, but yeah. So, pile 5. All my unconditional love to you and support, and please reach out if you want to, because I know it's hard. Okay, and I know we need a community to stick through. And it's not just for pile 5, it's for everybody watching this video, but I don't know, only pile 5 will see till this point. But okay, that's it for you, my pile 5. I'm very excited for you because you are entering into this new era of your life when things are different and things are exciting when they're new, because then you can mold the clay any way you want. You can create this in any way you want. Okay, if you resonated with this, if you liked it, please leave a comment, please hit the like button, and please subscribe and hit the bell icon and share it with people you think might benefit from it. If you would like a private reading, please, all the information is down in the description box. send me an email and then we can chalk out something. Okay, lovely people. See you next time.